Hey guys, Joel here, and welcome back to another episode. I know it's been a week again since my last video, and the reason why is because I spoke too soon in the last video because it started getting hot again, and I was like, damn, I should have done a video for those past 2 days. We had nice cool days. I didn't do a video, then it got hot again, and I was gonna do a video over the weekend. My stupid internet like messed up the modem, so I had to return to the Optimum store. So I finally got my internet back and everything. So I ruined everything because I would have, had some stuff out, this past weekend or whatever like that. But whatever, I'm here now and everything. So get right to it. The sun is like really beaming on me. Damn, I'm trying to like move around to see if it'll like, kind of fix that. But whatever, because I'm about to switch the camera anyways because we're gonna be doing the final part for my retro gaming magazine review and everything. Finally gonna talk about this one, and that is I know I already showed you guys the book already, the front of it and everything. The Sonic's Greatest Moments, 50 Memories that define Sega's mascot and everything. So I know I showed you guys in the last episode for you guys that watched and everything. I like this in the back. It's cool. But yeah, so we're gonna finally go through this. I think it's 30 pages, so it's not gonna be long, hopefully, because there's a lot of things I wanted to like just cover and talk about with all the games and stuff. The other things they mentioned, everything in this little book, in the little booklet, and all that good stuff. So I was thinking what else I want to do, but I don't know. It's like like my mind is like, oh, it's so like this foggy right now. It's like I'm thinking like, what should I talk about? There's things I want to talk about. There's like I don't want to talk about it. So I'm like, you know what? Finish this up and see what we can do from there. Cause I still want to do Let's Play. I just don't know what yet, but I'm thinking about it. But yeah, so we're gonna get right to it. We're gonna check out Sonic's Greatest Moments in this little booklet. All right, so here we are. Let's check this book out together. And yeah, so first page, they're showing like all the contents and everything. So oh, 31 pages. All right, so I was close. So yeah, look at this. Oh my god, oh my god, I love retro games, man. This is so good, and it's the way that they made this book, like how they created it, like with the artwork and everything, is just so good. Like I love it. I know I'm so hyped, guys, but yeah. So first one here, we have. Okay, you guys can see it. You guys can see it good. All right, rings everywhere. Sonic the Hedgehog, for the Mega Drive, 1991. I'm still confused with the Mega Drive. I don't know if that was like another name for the Sega Genesis or was that something that came out before the Genesis? Because then also there's a Master System. So I'm kind of confused. What's the Mega Drive and what's the Master System and all that stuff? I mean, I can just easily just Google it. But I just want to hear you guys what you got, what everyone, has to say. I should say in the comments for those who watch or whatever, what's the difference for you guys that know, I should say, and all that stuff. But I don't know, I'm always confused with that one, the Mega Drive and the Master System. I just know the Genesis and everything above. But yeah, and this one they're talking about. Let's see if we can read this one. Sega knew it needed a monster-sized hit to take on Nintendo, and Yuji Naka, if I'm saying it correctly, delivered just that. One of the best moments by far in Sonic's first adventure actually serves multiple purposes, but also highlights how clever design can evaluate something as trivial as dying into a truly momentous gaming moment. A brush with any enemy in the Sonic the Hedgehog spells instant death unless you collect in some rings, which you're bound to be doing as you will want the extra life that you get when you've collected 100 of them. Get while transporting the rings, and Sonic won't die. And Sonic won't die, but he will lose his precious cargo, and they'll spill out it. They'll spill out of him like confetti. I'm not gonna read all of it. I just wanted to just like read a little bit of it. So yeah, just talking about when he loses his rings and everything, and that's like his life. And yeah, it's like I like it because at least as long as you have rings, at least you still have a chance, a chance of surviving, a chance of like, beating the level. But if you have no rings at all and it's like you're up to a boss, it's like, oh my god. Yeah, I remember when I used to play I think this is the first one, right? Yeah, I think it's Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Or 2, whatever, they're all the same. But when I used to play it, Sonic 1 and 2 and everything, when I get to the boss and when they, Robotnik hits me and my rings just flies out just like this, I used to try to quickly like grab up a few, at least like one or like 2 or 3 or whatever, just to have something. Because, yeah, once you have no rings and you get hit or you're touched by the enemies, then yeah, you're dead. Yeah, it's not like with Mario, where he gets the mushrooms and stuff like that. So he gets like 2 chances, because if you get the big mushroom when he gets bigger, It hits you, then you get smaller, then it hits you again and you die. So you get 2 chances. I guess Sonic could kind of be, it's not really, I wouldn't say one chance, kind of like almost like infinite chances in a way if you think about it. If you just quickly grab the rings, and even if you lose some rings, you can always just get more in the stage. That's if you're not fighting a boss. But yeah, right? I had to adjust the camera, so now I don't see the shadow of the tripod. Good, all right. Stupid sunroof's annoying. But anyways, let's move on. Let me, so you guys don't have to see my hand in the camera. All right, this one, meeting Sonic. Yeah, meeting Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, meeting Sonic the Hedgehog, Mega Drive, 1991. So this is a small paragraph, so I can read. Yeah, I can read all of these actually, but I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna do that. But yeah, a few gamers will forget their first encounter with Sega's evergreen mascot. A triumphant cry of Sega rings out as the cartridge boots up. A triumphant cry of Sega rings out as the cartridge boots up. I remember that, leading to a black Sonic Team Presents screen. Sonic then pops out of his own logo and proceeds to wave his finger cheekily at you while a joyously bouncy tune plays in the background. It's a swaggering, confident intro suggesting Sega and Sonic himself mean business. Or means business? I don't know, whatever. But yeah, that is true. I always liked Sega when you loaded up Sega Genesis and you hear Sega, I was like that. And I do like his intro, yeah, when he just like pops out of the logo like that and everything. And yeah, there's some defining moments here and everything, like, oh my god. So but then they talk about the Mega Drive, so is it Genesis they're talking about here? I don't know. I'm still confused with that. All right, so next one, Swingin' Sonic, Rad Mobile Arcade 1990. Never heard of that game. Sega's AM3's arcade racer didn't exactly set arcades alight and also failed to achieve a stellar result on Saturn. It did, however, introduce many gamers to Sonic for the first time as a little tyke. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. I've never even heard that word before. It can be seen swinging as a decorative item from your rearview mirror. Okay. Oh, that's what they call it? I don't know. I just call it keychain or whatever. The Easter egg not only highlights Sega's confidence in Sonic, but also acts as a lovely surprise for any Sonic fan who played the game later. Gotta go fast. All right, so that's the name of this game, Rad Mobile for arcade. Never heard of it. I mean, that's also why, because I was never like an arcade guy back then. I've been to a few arcades back in the days, but well, not during these times, but like more like mid 2000s. I think like 2012 or something like that, 13. But yeah, but these times when I was still a kid. But yeah, and Sonic's do-over, Sonic the Hedgehog is from the movie, which I saw in 2020 February and everything, before this crap started. But yeah, so it was the last time the movies were open, and it's just at the time and everything, and that was the last movie I've seen at the time. I do want to see the second one, but I don't know when. I don't know when. I'll definitely just get it on Blu-ray, of course. Already know they're not showing that in theaters already. That passed a long time ago. And yeah, but I heard good things about that one, the second one. This one was really good. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna read through it or whatever. But yeah. And yeah, it was a good movie. Good movie and everything. And this is what it was talking about right here. I don't know if you guys could pause, you guys can read it. It was just talking about with how they had to do over Sonic because how he first looked was all hideous and scary looking and it's terrible. I've never seen the original model, honestly. I gotta look to see how he looked before. And they know all the criticism and everything, you know, the backlash, and they decided, all right, we're gonna change it. And that's when they came up with him, which thank God they did that because oh my god, that would have been terrible if they did it. But yeah, but moving on. Sonic Jam for the Saturn 1997. I know of this one. I was interested in getting it for the Saturn, the Repo version, of course, because the Saturn is super expensive to collect for. I know I mentioned that many times already on this channel and everything. And I believe I showed my collection. Did I show my collection to you guys for the Saturn? I don't know if I did that video, actually. I gotta look it up to see if I gotta look back at all my videos and see if I did it. So I don't have to, I'm not repeating it. But yeah, but I do want to get this one. I can easily just burn it myself if I wanted to, but I don't know. I do want to play because since I have the Genesis and I have the Saturn, I can just get these games on it to play since I don't have that, you know, and just play them over and finally beat them. Because the only one I've ever beaten was the second one, Sonic. But yeah, so feel the love. Sega's Saturn. Oh, Sega's Saturn may not have received a proper Sonic game, but it did get this brilliant compilation. It painstakingly ports Sonic 1 through 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, and adds numerous extras, including new difficulty modes and quality of life enhancements, like adding the spin dash to Sonic 1. Yeah, so that's cool to know. I actually didn't know that. So that's better. Much better, all the better for me to get into Saturn. Stuff with behind the scenes material. Oh, okay. It's an astonishingly comprehensive package that made fans realize Sonic Team loved the Sonic games as much as they did. Yeah, so there's a screenshot and everything. So yeah, I definitely gotta get this one. I mean, I can always get a repo version, like, that looks more official because it has the artwork and everything off of Etsy. But I can always just burn it for free. Well, they all regular CD, but I don't know. I'd rather have the artwork and everything to have my collection and all that good stuff. But that's good that they have that they added a lot of extras to the Saturn version, everything, and new modes and spin dash, which I actually didn't know or maybe never realized, and other stuff they put in there. I definitely want to check that one out. And Sonic 2 was good. Sonic and Knuckles was really good, especially when they introduced Knuckles, because Knuckles was my favorite at the time until Shadow the Hedgehog came out. So he's my #1 fave now. But yeah, Sonic the Savior. There's a little, oh, no screenshot, nothing down here. The Sonic the Hedgehog Mega Drive 91. Sonic doesn't love. Oh yeah, this is it. This is from this. Oh, I was getting confused with this screenshot. So yeah, this is it. Sonic doesn't only love his friends; he also cares for the animals that share his world. So when the nefarious Robotnik imprisons them, the plucky plucky Hedgehog quite rightly vows revenge. Every time you face off against the rotund Doc, you not only have the satisfaction of trouncing him and watching him flounce off in his sulk. These words they're using, oh my god. But you also experience the joy of seeing all Sonic's freed woodland friends bounce and fly away to safety. Aw. Yeah, I always like that, because since I'm, a huge animal lover and everything, so it was good to see this in the game, especially see these little cute bunnies and birds and everything flying away, like, and hopping away and everything. I like that. It was cute, and that Sonic loves animals too. He wants to save, he wants to save his wildlife and everything. So all the better to love him, right? Do you see Mario doing that stuff? No, he's just too busy running around trying to save a damn female. At least this guy's saving animals, But yeah, so that's cool. And what's the next one? All right. Yeah, I gotta hold it this way because I can't lay it down because then the shadow. Well, there it is again. But see if I can whatever. But anyways, moving on to this one, Sonic meets Shadows. So Sonic Adventure 2 for the Dreamcast. So this is when he was introduced. I was trying to remember which game Shadow was first introduced. And it was this one, Sonic Adventure 2 for the Dreamcast and GameCube, 2001. So yeah, so a lot to read. I mean, not really a lot, but I don't really want to bore you guys just reading all this stuff if you guys mind, don't like that. But guess we'll read the first part. According to Eddie Adams and Boogie Nights, everyone's blessed with one special thing. And in the case of Sonic, he's fast, bloody fast, in fact. Sega has used Sonic's impressive speed constantly throughout his career, from employing it to get him out of sticky situations to simply using it as a way to emphasize how cool he is compared to his rivals. But what happens when Sonic loses the very thing that makes him so special? It's something you have to wrestle with in Sonic Adventure 2, and it happens when you meet Shadow the Hedgehog for the very first time. The lab-created Shadow not only refers to himself as the ultimate life form, but you can use the power of chaos. Bud can use the power of the Chaos Emeralds to accelerate his speed, allowing him to outspeed even Sonic, who is overcome by how fast Sonic is. But I end up reading most of it. I might as well finish it. Shadow escapes and Sonic is quickly captured in his place, leaving you to first ponder how you'll get out of your current predicament and how on earth you're actually going to best Shadow when you finally catch up with him. All right, so that's cool to know. I actually didn't know about that he was created in a lab and everything. And he uses the power of the Chaos Emeralds and stuff like that, so he can outspeed Sonic and everything because of the emeralds, which is cool and everything. So yeah, I love Shadow, man. Shadow was great, and Sonic Adventure is really good. I know I have for you guys that watched my Dreamcast collection, I have it for the Dreamcast. I would have gotten the GameCube version. I don't know how expensive it is actually. Now that I think about it. Because I was thinking about the price, but then I didn't have any, thing to play on. But now that I have the Wii, I can, get some games for the GameCube that is not expensive, because a lot of them are super expensive. So yeah, but I can always play on the Dreamcast. I don't even know which version is the better version, but honestly, I don't really care about that. As long as I have one to play, then that's all that matters. But yeah, Island on Fire, Sonic the Hedgehog, 3. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 for the Mega Drive, 1994. We're kind of cheating here because Sonic 3's opening zone is memorable for all sorts of reasons, and not just because you meet Knuckles for the first time. As you dash through the Verdant zone with Tails in tow, you're blown away by how luscious and gorgeous and Angel Island looks. Before long, you encounter a mid-level boss which bombards you with rockets, leading to a wall of fire that completely obliterates the once leafy island. Things then take a more sinister turn as the tranquility scene is replaced with a scorched wasteland. Yeah, I remember that actually when I was playing Sonic 3. And I was like, oh wow, this was actually really cool, I wasn't expecting to see something like that, you know, and everything. And it was really nice. I liked it. Yeah. Really liked it. And it was like kind of like depressing in a way too, because this nice, like, nice, beautiful island and everything, and now it's just destroyed and like on fire and everything, like what it said here, like a scorched wasteland and everything. And I was like, damn, like what happened to all the animals, and all that. So I do remember that part. Yeah, that's interesting. And there's a screenshot for you guys to see. All that good stuff. What's the next one? All right. I didn't end up switching areas because the sun was just bothering me and everything. So much better now. I want to lay it down, but I wanted you guys to see this part. So yeah, one last breath. Sonic the Hedgehog for the Mega Drive again. Aside from the entirety of Sonic 2006, oh my god, that game was bad. A few Sonic moments are as excruciatingly painful as potentially running out of breath while underwater. The mechanic is introduced in Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's a harrowing ordeal. Sonic is already sluggish from being underwater, and the dramatic music that plays out as your air supply diminishes only heightens the terror. Yeah, I remember that. Oh my god, I used to hate the underwater levels. Oh my god, because I was like, oh my god, I'm so worried. Like, where's the next bubble? The air bubbles again, and all that stuff. And that music that I played too, like, oh my god, I'm about to die. Yeah, it was crazy and frightening too. So they're right about that. And let's see. And then Sonic the Turncoat. Oh, from Sonic Advance for the Game Boy Advance 2001. I never played this one actually. Yeah, I never played that one. But nowadays playing Sonic games on a Nintendo console is a common occurrence, but in the 90s it was absolute unthinkable. The impossible happened in 2001 when fresh from the announcing it would no longer make games, Sega released Sonic Advance later that same year. It may have felt strange to see your beloved hero on a rival system, but Sega's loss was ultimately Sonic's gain as he's now more popular than ever. Yeah, that is true. Even though I still wish that Sonic would have stayed in the console race and everything like that. But I understand why they got out of the race because it was their own fault and everything like that. And then what they did with the fans, they ripped the fans off and everything. And, fans couldn't take it anymore. And a lot of them left and went to the PlayStation and everything, when the PS1 came out and all that stuff. So, but I think now is the time they can come back. They can make a comeback and everything, redeem themselves for all those years ago and, and finally keep the promises and not try to rip people off and have all these different extensions and stuff for the Sega Genesis look like those on damn life support or something. But yeah, I think they could because it's about time for a damn Dreamcast 2. That's what we need. I would love to see a Dreamcast 2 right now. Oh my god. But anyways, let's move on. A Day to Remember, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Mega Drive in 1992. If you need further proof of Sonic's rapidly growing popularity, consider all the stops Sega pulled out for the launch of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Sega spared no expense to push its new Sonic game, blowing 10 million on advertising and releasing the game simultaneously in both Europe and the US, which was virtually unheard of at the time. The result was Sonic 2 Tuesday, and the excitement it generated is hard for fans to forget. Oh wow. Yeah, damn, 10 million advertising. I didn't know they did that. Yeah, that's cool to know. Yeah. A Whole New World. Oh, Sonic Jam for the Saturn. Oh wait, which one is this looks different, this game. While Sonic has negotiated three 3D landscapes before Sega Sonic, the Hedgehog and Sonic 3D Flickles Island, Sonic Jam was the real deal with polygons and everything. Is those are games too? I never heard those. But granted, it wasn't a conventional Sonic game, but exploring Sonic World was still tremendous fun. Was still tremendous fun all the same, offering plenty to explore and do. It also gave a tantalizing glimpse of what a proper 3D Sonic game could be like, and that was huge at the time. Okay, it looks kind of interesting. So Sonic Jam. All right, so I'll definitely have to get that one. I want to check it out. Oh, Sonic Colors. I actually have this one right now. They ported it to the PS4 or remastered, whatever they did. But yeah, I think it's called Sonic Colors Origins now. I don't actually know. That's not it. But, I don't know. But anyway, it's Wonderful Wisp. Sonic Colors for the Wii, 2010. But yeah, I need to update that now because on other systems now, and it actually was on the 3DS too. So I don't know why they only put the Wii because I had it on the 3DS back then. But unlike Mario, Sonic's 3D outings haven't always delivered, which is one reason why Sonic Colors remains so celebrated. Not only did it nail so many of the series' base mechanics, it also introduced the Wisp, fantastic beings that bestow Sonic with all manner of cool abilities. Utilizing the Wisp skills turn colors into they spell it that way. I just realized because since this is a European, distributor, but utilizing the Wisp skills turn colors into a more puzzle-like experience, and also proved that even after 20 years, Sonic still had the power to surprise. Yeah, so it was really cool. I still don't really like games where you have to do that with like certain abilities, like certain things you need to like pass certain parts. Almost like a puzzle type of feel to the game. I don't really like that much because that's how that new the Crash Bandicoot 4 was when you had to use the power of the mask to like get through certain parts because like almost like a puzzle type of crap. I didn't really like that. I wasn't a fan of it. I miss when he used to have his abilities that he just learned from the bosses in the old Crash games. So yeah, and like this was Sonic. I'm fine with this as regular abilities, but they utilized it well with the Wisp, so it wasn't bad. And it was actually a good game because I had it on the 3DS. I beat it, I believe, and now having the PS4, which I need to go back and play because I haven't played in a while since I got it. When I got on release day, I forgot what month it was. Sega Forever, Sonic, and All Stars Racing. Okay, transformed for various systems in 2012. I never had this one, but I always wanted to get it, but I never never got around to getting it. I think it's also for the PS3. I know it's for the other gen. I don't even know how you say them, but yeah, because for me, the current gen, I know the current gen is PS5, all that, but current gen for me is still PS4 and everything. But I don't know what you would call it. I guess you would say the previous gen, whatever. So yeah, and I think it was on the PS3, the 360, and I think the Wii, or Wii U was that time. I don't know, but I do want to get on the PS3 and see what it's about and everything. If you love Sonic, there's a good chance you love Sega too. And Sumo's game represents the ultimate fusion of fan service and solid gaming mechanics. Whether you're racing through Korean Mansion, passing grounded dragons, or flying past the jets from Afterburner, you're constantly assaulted by Sega's past, and it's absolutely gorgeous. The fact Sonic is one of the game's most balanced drivers is the icing on the cake. Okay, so I guess he's the best one in the game to use then. Yeah, that's cool. And, let's see. All right, what do we have? All right. Aerial Assault, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Mega Drive 94. From a genius, Robotnik seems a bit dim. It takes him 3 games to work out that Sonic can't be fast if there's no ground for him to run on. Unfortunately for the evil engineer, even drilling Marble Guarding Zone to bits doesn't grant him the results he desires, as Tails airlifts Sonic to safety and enables him to fight from Sky in one of the series' most unusual boss battles. Wow. I actually don't know that because I never got too far in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. But yeah, but that's cool. I like that. And yeah, what took you so long, Robotnik, after the 3 games? Like, come on. And which one is this one? Resolved. Oh, Sonic Generations. Yeah, it's just another good one I have on the PS3 as well. It's really good game. A lot of fun playing it. I'm only on page like what 12, so I'm kind of gonna read through all these just to get through a little bit faster, or like just to summarize or whatever. When we first learned that Sonic 2006 would be represented in Sonic Generations, it seemed an odd fit. Was that disaster really worth celebrating? And, oh my god, that is true. Oh my god, I heard so many bad things about that game, and for some reason I still want to get it. I still want to get it and try it out, but people say it's so bad. Oh my god, it's like one of the worst Sonic games ever. But I still have a little bit of interest in checking it out to see what it's about. I know that game is probably super cheap because it was so bad. But yeah, so I guess I'll just read this once they're talking about that. Sonic Team came good through, turning Crisis City into one of the game's most exciting stages. Racing through the crumbling metropolis, however you say it, is thrilling as modern Sonic, but it's the classic stage that makes it so memorable, with the end post flying away and a dramatic false finish. Okay. But yeah, that game was so bad, I heard. Oh my god. It's one of the worst games. Super Sonic, yes, from Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Mega Drive 92. And this one is one of my favorites on a Genesis. The only reason why I would say that is because that's the one that I beat, and also that's the one that has him, Super Sonic, when he can transform, which I always thought was cool because I thought about, Dragon Ball Z. When I saw that, I was like, oh wow, this guy could transform. I was expecting that, and you can do it when you do the little mini games. That's what they talk about right here. When you do the little mini games and everything. Wait, are they talking about it? All right, yeah, yeah. When you get the 7 Chaos Emeralds, yeah, when you do the little mini games, and then once you collect all of them, then you can use his ability. And it says grab 50 rings, jump into the air, and Sonic will transform. Okay, I didn't remember how you do it, but now I know. And Sonic will transform into the glowing yellow Super Sonic, an even faster version of himself with invincibility. It isn't tough to compensate for the drawback, a loss of ring per second, as Sonic's power turns otherwise difficult challenges into trivial matters. Okay, so it drains his the coins, his rings per second. Actually, I didn't know that either. But yeah, but oh my god, I remember transforming the first time and it was so cool. I don't even know how the hell I got all those gems back then, because those mini games was annoying. They wasn't as crazy. I think the first one's mini games was more annoying. But yeah, or was it the third one? I don't remember, whichever it was. But yeah, moving on. Be the baddie. Sonic Adventure 2 for the Dreamcast and GameCube in 2001. Yeah, so this one is talking about how you could play as, Robotnik and everything. I don't know. Yeah, when I showed you guys gameplay footage of that game when I was for my my Dreamcast collection, I was playing as Robotnik, which was cool because you could play as the bad guys and everything. So I thought that was actually really cool, neat, because at the time a lot of these games you was just always the good guy, and everything. You was never you was never the bad guy or anything like that. So I thought that was really cool and everything, that you can play as the bad team or whatever. I forgot who else it was. I think it was him, Shadow, and I don't remember who else. Is Knuckles? I don't even say he's a bad guy, is he? I don't know. Was he like what, like good and bad? I don't know. A new level of terror, Sonic Pinball. Never played it on the Mega Drive in '93. While this Sonic spin-off is well known for its brutally tough difficulty, that's not the reason for its inclusion here. Nope, we're adding Sonic Pinball because of the horrifying boss that greets you at the end of its first stage. Not only does it look absolutely terrifying, being a freakish cross between a metallic scorpion and Robotnik, it also lets our ear-piercing shrieks. It also lets our ear-piercing shrieks whenever you hit it. It's the stuff of nightmares. Yeah, it looks really creepy actually. Wow, so as Robotnik fused with like a metallic scorpion, and lets out some, oh my god, ear piercing shrieks. Kind of want to check it out. This is just for that one part. But yeah, for Sonic Pinball. And then got here Tails Goes Solo, Sonic the Comic from '93. So yeah, so I don't know anything about these stuff. I didn't even know they had a comic book for Tails, and everything. So that's kind of cool. If you guys want to read it, you guys can read it here because I don't want to stay too long on each page and everything. So we'll go to the next one. All right, wow, this is one page for this alone. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Yeah, right. And this is from, oh, look out, Killer Whale, Sonic Adventure, the first one, yeah, for the Dreamcast in '98. Oh yeah, I remember this. I think I also showed this clip as well when I was for my Dreamcast collection. I showed you guys some gameplay, and I showed this one when I was running from the whale. But yeah, which is really cool and dramatic, seeing that for the first time. So I can see why that's one of his moments. Yeah, because look at this, Sonic trying to run. You got this. Let me lay it down. You guys can probably see it this way. Trying to see as a whole like this. So yeah, he's trying to run, and then you have this killer whale that's chasing after him and everything. So this is cool. Remember first seeing this when I had this game back then in Dreamcast, it was great. And seeing it again since I have a Dreamcast again, still great. So yeah, and that's what he's talking about. If you guys wanted to see that, read it. Yeah. All right, so let's move on. All right, this one. Can you feel the sunshine? The world's fastest hedgehog. Oh, wait, what? Oh, Summer of Sonic 2006 to 2016. The world's fastest hedgehog happens to have one of the most dedicated fan communities in the world, and there's no better example of that than I mean than Summer of Sonic. What began as an online celebration of the series' 15th anniversary in 2006 became a UK-based fan convention in 2008. Okay, so that's cool that they had a little convention for him and everything in the UK. Never heard about it, so so I've seen it here. Just reading about it in this book. Yeah, so it's the screenshots from the events, everything, and they even had one in 2019, so it's kind of recent and everything. So you guys want to read that, you can. And what's this? Double vid. Oh, Sonic Generations. Various 2011. So yeah, I was playing a lot of this game when I got on the PS3. It's really good and everything. Last year, I got it like I say late last year, like mid last year, I would say. And I was playing it, and it's fun. It's a really fun game and everything like that. So yeah, I like it. And yeah, I remember that too, where they talk about here where you have the retro version of Sonic and you have the modern version of him, and same thing with Tails and the modern version of Tails, which is cool because you can actually, use them in the game. And I think from what I remember in the game, you can play over certain levels as the other Sonic, I think. And is something different about it when you play. I don't remember it. I don't remember exactly, but I always like playing as him. He was like the kids version of Sonic, but I like that version of Sonic more, honestly, than the more taller version. You see, he has like this longer legs and everything. But yeah, I don't know. I like that model more, but it's just what I'm interested in. But I don't know for you guys, whichever one you guys like. All right, this one we have a lot on this page. All right, so Zero Escape Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast 98. When Amy encounters a big video wall next to a block puzzle and hot shelter, it's easy to assume that solving it will clear the flickering static and show something interesting. It does, but it's the unfriendly face of Zero, Amy's relentless robotic pursuer. As the baddie starts flailing wildly, you barely have time to wonder where he is before he crashes right through the wall. The chase is on. Oh wow, actually don't know about him. Zero, never heard of him before. Okay, so that's cool. Yeah, definitely got to play these games. I don't think I ever beat that one, so definitely got to play these games and beat them. 'Cause I have so many games, so many retro games and everything. Gotta make some time for them. Yeah, and what's this one? Sonic and Knuckles, Mega Drive, 1994. Truce time. Being betrayed by Robotnik hasn't warmed Knuckles up to Sonic with the edge. I always don't know how to pronounce it well. Egna, whatever you call it, taking every opportunity to thwart his speedy foe. Okay, so he was a bad guy. He was a bad guy, and he became good. All right, so he's betrayed by the Robotnik. And there's a screenshot there and everything. Yeah, gotta play these games, because I like Sonic, but I was always the guy that the Mario the Mario fan, Nintendo back then. I never really gave these games a chance, even when I had them with the Genesis, because I had more fun playing the Super Nintendo. And then when we got the PS1, that was it. And I couldn't look back at those, because the PS1, oh my God, so the great games they had, and all the RPGs and stuff when we first got Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh my god. I couldn't go back to these games. But I definitely have to play them and actually play them over. And many of them I haven't played, had play them over, beat them, and all that good stuff, because now I appreciate the Sonic franchise more and everything. I was never like really too big on a fan of it. I was always more into Mario games, but yeah, but they're good games. And because of this book, makes you want to play them and beat them. And I appreciate Sonic more. I like him more now. And this one's Olympic gold, Tokyo Olympic Games 2020 to Tokyo 2020 and 2021. Okay, they have new ones. I actually even know. Yeah, I actually didn't know. I never played any of them. I never had interest in those Olympic games. It looked kind of interesting, but I didn't really care to play them. I don't really care about those sports type of games. And what they have here. Sonic the Hedgehog Master System 91. The only way up is up. The only way is up. All right. So this one, let me see if I can. Oh, Jungle Zone Act 2 is an unusual vertical stage design in which you undertake an ascent to the top of a waterfall. Falling to the bottom of the screen will kill Sonic instantly, making for a memorable and extremely perilous stage. Perilous stage. Yeah, I always hated those levels. Not only in Sonic, but in many other platformers, I was like that. Or like when the screen is moving and you die from the screen. Like, come on. Like, always hated those levels in Mario. And let's see, the UFO catcher, Sonic Mania. So this is the one that I have to play and I have to beat. Have to play and beat it because I play a little bit of it, I just stopped playing it, you know. So I gotta definitely have to give it, give it some more love, play that game and beat it because I heard a lot of good things about Sonic Mania. I know it's really fun or whatever. But I'm not gonna read it. You guys can just read it and everything. Yeah, I'm kind of like don't want to see too much of the Sonic Mania stuff. They talk about it a little bit here. I kind of don't want to like get any spoilers, but but yeah. Take the Dragon Road, Sonic Elite for the Xbox 360, PS3 in 2000 and I mean in 2008. In 2008. So this one I never played. I wanted to get it. I heard that it wasn't that good. I think this is the one where he could transform into like a werewolf or something like that, I think. Yeah, on the front of the cover of the game, he's like a werewolf or whatever, which I thought was why would they ever do that to Sonic? That's just kind of stupid. But I still, want to play it. I don't know when, but it's good to know it's also on the PS3, so I can just get it on there. Cause I actually didn't know. But yeah, I actually thought it was like a Wii exclusive or something like that. So that's good to know and everything since I have my PS3, which I need to start playing. It's been collecting dust. I gotta start playing it. I definitely have to do a collection on that, by the way. I have to do a PS3 collection. Show you guys my PS3 games and everything. Still collecting for it. And I need to, play these games. I have a lot of PS3 games, and I got, oh my god, so many games, guys. So many games. So it's like, man. So it's like that's why I don't need, the newest stuff like PS5 and those stuff because I have so many games last me a lifetime. I don't have to worry about any new games right now. That's just something I really, really, really want. But yeah, and this is a nice screenshot. Show you, you guys can see it. Yeah, it looks really good. Look at that Metal Sonic and everything. Yeah, I like this. I like how they do the artwork in this book. Like they just take a screenshot from the game and just put in the book. Replica Race, Sonic CD. Oh my god. And it's one of the Mega CD in 1993. Mega CD? I thought it was called a Sonic CD. I mean, wow. I mean the Sega CD. I thought it was called the Sega CD. With so many damn CDs. But yeah, I thought Sonic CD was on the Sega CD, but it's called Mega CD. I don't know. I'm so confused with this. Is there something different with the UK when it comes to the systems? I don't know. But just correct me if I'm wrong, guys, on that. But yeah, but I never played it. You guys couldn't believe I never played Sonic CD, and I heard so many good things. I think I was mentioned that in the first part. I was talking about the magazine, and Sonic CD I've never played, and I want to play it. So I need to really do it. Really have to play it because I heard so many good things about it, and it's like, oh my god. Let's read the first part, like right where it says that's why he built a robotic doppelganger of his animal adversary, the imaginatively named Metal Sonic. The metallic mimic appears on the cover of the game and shows up early to kidnap Amy Rose. So by the time you reach Stardust Speedway Zone Act 3, you're itching for a confrontation. And what better contest for two Sonics than a race? Okay, so that's cool to know that Robotnik created, his own Sonic to, go against the real Sonic and also do his bidding as well. So, which is cool. Which I knew about that part, but yeah, but I just never played Sonic CDs, so definitely need to play it. I know that they have. Yeah, that was what I was supposed to talk about. I was supposed to talk about the new Sonic. I mean, the new Sega Genesis Mini that's coming out, the part 2, and they're gonna have a few Sonic CD games. I mean, Sega CD. Oh my god, Sega CD games on it, and this is gonna be one of them. So I definitely wanna play it, but I don't know if I really want to spend that price on it because it's gonna be $100 or something like that, $105. Yeah, I think it's coming out really soon as well, and it has some some Sonic games on Sega CD games on it. Oh my god, I could get it mixed up. But yeah, we got page 22, so we're almost done. Okay, new discoveries: Sonic and Knuckles Mega Drive 94. While Sonic and Knuckles is a great game in its own right, it's enhanced by the lock-on technology scrolled away inside his cartridge. Slotting previous Sonic games into the cart. Slotting previous Sonic games into the cart either creates one giant new adventure, Sonic 3, lets you play as Knuckles, Sonic 2, or lets you play multiple bonus stages, Sonic 1. It's a great moment for Sonic fans, more so because it's really been replicated so well by Sega since. Yeah, that's actually cool. I actually didn't know that. I actually never knew that. Wow, that's interesting to know. Okay, so you can play a Sonic in 2 if you do that. Okay. All right. Well, I didn't know that, but good to know. Good to know. But yeah, too bad I don't have a Genesis because I would actually would be interested in having the cartridges and stuff, and actually trying these things. I'm pretty sure the one I was talking about Sonic Jam on the Saturn probably already has all these features in it already, so you don't have to do all that. But that is cool to know. I like that. So yeah, so you can have Knuckles in part two. Yeah, and you get multiple bonus stages in part one, which is good. Right? Just hanging out. Sonic Forces. Oh my god. 2017. I heard that game wasn't that good. Really didn't. So this was talking about that, you can have your own created character and how you can stand alongside Sonic and Tails and stuff in the cutscenes, which is cool. So yeah, so I do like that. You guys can see if you want to read it and everything. It's a short paragraph. But yeah, so that's cool. I don't know what kind of characters that they made, but yeah, that reason alone I might be interested in playing it just because you can make your own character and stuff. But yeah, but I didn't hear good things about Sonic Forces, so or maybe I don't know. Maybe I mix it up with some other game. Maybe I don't know. I'll check the reviews on it after I'm done to see, like what people thought of it and everything like that. Foe turned friend. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Game Gear in 92. Oh my god. I used to have the Game Gear actually. I got it back in 2020. For some reason I just decided I wanted to try it out or whatever. So I got it because it's something I never knew about back then and I never had. So I like, you know what? Let me get it. And oh my god, that system was terrible. Terrible handheld. Thing was big, it was bulky, so huge. It takes so many batteries. I think it took like 8 batteries or something like that. I was like, oh my lord, this is crazy. The screen was so small. It was, you can barely see what was on the screen, whatever. It was just so bad. So, and I ended up just selling it. I'm like, yeah, this is terrible. I think I only had one game for it. I forgot. It was Sonic something. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, it was a terrible handheld. It was nothing like the Game Boys. But yeah. And so Sonic's second Game Gear adventure features a surprisingly sweet moment during Underground Zone Act 3. As Sonic speeds through the stage, he runs straight off a mine track and plummets towards a pool of lava, only to be saved by Robotnik at the last moment. This isn't a moment of altruism, however, Robotnik wants to be the cause of Sonic's death, so he dumps him by one of the franchise's toughest bosses. Okay, so that's cool. He's like, nope, you're gonna die by my hands, not by nature, not by Mother Nature. So that's cool. Actually, you didn't know that. Well, of course I wouldn't because I never played it on the Game Gear and everything. So yeah, so that's cool. But yeah, but actually no, wasn't this the same? Yeah, it's no different than the one on the Genesis. I know I said I beat this game, but I actually don't. I still don't remember that. I mean, it's been so long ago, so whatever. Definitely gotta play these games over and everything. What's this one? Twisted Firestarter. It's not from Sonic Mania. Okay, so I'm not gonna read that. If you guys want to read it, you can. All right, Sega. Oh, wait, C and Double Sonic Championship for Arcade '96. Never heard of this one. Sega's AM2 fighter gets a bad rep, with many failing to point out just how much humor it crammed into it. Its funniest moment happens after two players select the same fighter. Robotnik flies on screen and uses a ray to split the shocked fighter into two. The two halves then stare agog, never heard of that, at each other while Robotnik flies off, probably to cause more mayhem elsewhere. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. I never heard of this game, Sonic Championship. Well, that's why it's on arcade as well. So, and these are the times that I was really, really young, so I wasn't even thinking about no arcades or whatever. So, yeah, so that's cool. I like that. I wonder if you can play any of these games like on an emulator, these arcade games. I'm curious to know. That'd be cool because there's a couple of arcade games I never got to play that I heard was really fun, especially a lot of fighting ones. But yeah, Adrenaline Rush, Sonic Rush for the DS, 2005. I actually have this game on a multi-cart on the DS that I have, and they have like a lot of games on there, and this is one of them. And I have played a little bit of it, and I didn't really like it. It was just I don't know, it's just the way it plays is different. Sonic games have always been about speed, but Sonic Rush pushes a template so far and so successfully that that its tension gauge mechanic has been worked into many later games. The gauge can be topped up by defeating enemies, performing tricks, and picking up certain power-ups. And when it's complete, wait, oh yeah, when it's completely full, it boosts Sonic to incredible speeds. Needless to say, tearing across both DS screens while fully charged is something you don't soon forget. I mean, yeah, that's cool. It's just yeah, on both screens and you like just flying through, with speed. That's cool, but I don't like that whole thing with the gauge because I do remember that when I was playing, I was like, what the hell? Why is this gauge ball over here for? Like, I didn't like that at all. I thought that was bad. Yeah, but I don't know for you. I don't know you guys might think it's good. Everyone's different. I didn't like it, but it wasn't for me. Okay, let's see. All right, ride. Trying to. I could switch back over to the table because now the sun went down. But since I'm almost done, I might as well just leave it here. Ride the Rails. Sonic Adventure 2 for the Dreamcast. Okay. Same one again. And I do remember this. I love these scenes you can do. I mean, I always love these parts, I should say, these levels in the game. We use the riding on the rails and stuff like that, which I thought was really cool and everything. So yeah, the one I need to play it. need to play need to play more. I mean, well, play it over, not play more, but play it over. Sonic Adventure 2 and everything. And yeah, they're good games. Going Loopy, Sonic the Hedgehog Mega Drive. All right, so this one's to talk about him like just going through the loops and whatever like that. And what it says here. Plus, there's no denying how cool it looks the first time you manage to spin Sonic throughout one of them at top speed. Yeah, it is cool when you go fast. Yeah, that's true. That is defining moment. And let's see, Dream Team, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games for the Wii 2009. Yeah, I've never played any of these games. Oh, maybe one day I might play one of them. This one's only on the Wii though. I mean, Wii games are not even that expensive, so that can be something I could get down the line and play. If I can play with a controller. If it's the Wii motion crap, then I'm not getting it because I don't like that stuff. Nintendo always with their gimmick shit. Can never do things normal. Like regular people. They'll gotta do some weird shit. Well, what's this? Oh, the first crossover between Nintendo and Sega's mascots was unexpected, but the sequel was a whole lot better. Let's read this one then, since they're talking about the competition. At the time, this in large part due to the major expansion of the Dream events, which add decidingly non-regulation obstacles and power-ups. This time you could ski through Seaside Hill or snowboard down Radical Highway, and even perform a figure skating routine in which you fight an icy version of Sonic Adventure's Perfect Chaos. Okay, I thought they were gonna talk about something with Mario in it. Let's see. Super Showdown, Sonic and Knuckles, Mega Drive 94. Oh, look at that. You got a giant robot, that Robotnik thing with the Chaos Emerald in his hand, a giant emerald in his hand. And you got Super Sonic flying out of space. It's cool. Yeah, because I never play much, so I don't know much about that game. So seeing this here makes you want to play it now and everything. Yeah, so this is cool. Look at that. Bagging 7 Chaos Emeralds was always a fun endeavor in the first few Sonic games, but Sonic and Knuckles made it so much cooler by rewarding you with an extra final stage. Oh, there's a final stage. Okay. All right, so that's all I want to know because I'm interested in playing the game. I mean, playing it now so I want to check that mode out. Okay, so that's cool. Look at the screenshots. Very nice. Animated Antics, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog TV 93. I do remember the cartoon, but is this the same one I remember? I don't think this is the same one. Is this the one that catchy tune when for the show when it opened? The opening like theme song, I think. I don't know. There's so many different Sonic that they had on TV back then when I was growing up. So many different ones, and it's like I don't. So I'm confused. I know they had a lot of them on Fox as well. Damn, I'm trying to remember. The names of them, but I don't know. I had so many. There was another one I remember. It was called Sonic Underground. I think that one used to come on Fox. That one was okay. It was okay. And yeah. So if you guys want to read that there. So it's a Saturday morning show. I don't know if I remember that one. Trying to think, but I don't know. All right, page 26. Oh, look at this. This is I like this. So you guys can see it better. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, it says Race Against the Machine. Oh, Sonic. Oh, it's Sonic Mania again. Okay, so I'm not gonna read anything about this because I want to play the game for. I want to see these things for myself, find out about them for myself. So if you guys want to read it, you guys can right here and all that. Let's move on to the next one because we're almost done. We only got one more page after this. All right, Bash and Mario, Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, Super Smash Brothers Brawl for the GameCube 2008. This is the only one I've ever had. My one and last, and that was it. When it comes to the Smash Brothers franchise, this is the only one I liked. Only one, and then that was it. Like I just lost interest. I didn't want to, I wasn't interested in it anymore. I know I mentioned that in the last episode of this review and everything. So who would win in a straight up fight between Mario and Sonic? I mean, yeah, who would win in a straight up fight between Mario and Sonic? Is a question that humans have posed since the dawn of time. All right, well, at least since the early 90s. And in 2008, Nintendo and Sega finally allowed you to answer the question once and for all. By the time Super Smash Bros. Brawl came out, we've already seen the unthinkable, namely Mario and Sonic starring in the same game. Mario and Sonic at the Olympics Games may have arrived in the previous year, but this time it was different. In the 2007, that's how you say it. I say in 2007. That's how I say it. In 2007, we released the pair had competed against each other fairly, but here the gloves are actually coming off. We're tremendously excited for Sonic fans, and why not? After all, Sonic was often the butt of jokes from Mario and Nintendo fans, so Brawl was your chance to settle the score by laying out Mario and all his mates. Sonic's moves shown were applied to combat situations, and even today, it remains highly satisfying to use his well-loved moves to smash Mario right on his annoying mustache. Lovely. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, so well, that time it was always talking smack about Sonic and all that shit. You get your revenge. You guys get your revenge, you Sonic fans and Sega fans out there. Beat his ass in this game. Yeah, oh my god. But I had a lot of fun playing this game back then. I had a lot of fun playing this. I remember in high school, I would have like some friends I'll have after school. They'll come over in my house and we'll play some. We'll play it and they'll bring some other games. They brought like Naruto. I forgot which Naruto was it that was on the GameCube. And they brought it over and we all was playing and everything. That was fun. I miss those days and everything. I always liked, I mean, everything now is like online, online multiplayer and all that shit. But nothing beats locally because it was just so much more fun having like a video games night or whatever, with at your friend's place or they're at your place and you guys playing games, having fun, and you like order pizza and stuff like that and just having fun, joking around and things like that. Nothing beats that, to having, someone there, physically there, to talk with and just play, instead of everything always just being online. So yeah, which is cool. So yeah, nothing beats that. I miss those days too of gaming. I used to play with my brothers and stuff and sister and everything. And friends. Oh yes, a truly special stage. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Mega Drive 92. Whenever you're making a sequel to anything, bigger, faster, better is normally a good focus to have. Sonic 2 complies with all these comparatives, and while the Retro Gamer team remains undecided on whether it is the best 16-bit 2D Sonic game, we do all agree that its bonus stages are phenomenal. Yeah, it's true. I'm not going to read all of it. Actually, no, I'll read this. It's on the last page. Well, we got one page. Allow us to paint a picture with our imagination brush. It's 1992, and you just cleared Sonic 2's first few zones, and you're as excited as an excited person who has a special reason to be excited. Oh my God, too many damn excited. The excitement stems from the knowledge that you're about to compete and one of the bonus stages you've seen in various previews and reviews. The anticipation is high, and with good reason, but nothing can prepare for your real deal. With Tails dutifully following your every move, you race forward into the screen. Yeah, you race forward into the screen. You race forwards into the screen, grabbing gold rings as you go, eyes wide at the astonishing looking visuals that power past you. It's a truly thrilling moment, and like the excellent music that accompanies it is burned into your mind forever. Yeah, I do like the stages. That's what I was talking about for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I like the mini games. This one was a lot more fun than the other one, where it was like more of like like on a almost like a checkerboard or whatever. I'm just trying to remember if that was the first one I'm talking about with that mini game, or was that the third? I don't know. Probably was the first because I don't remember much about the third, or even if I ever played that one. I know I played a little bit of Sonic and Knuckles, but yeah, but isn't that three? I don't know. I'm confused. I don't even know. But move on to the last one. All right, so I got a couple on this page. On the last one, so hurry up, hurry up! Sonic the Hedgehog Mega Drive 1991. Oh yeah, I remember this. Hedgehog with attitude wasn't just a marketing slogan. Sonic was cool and confident from the very beginning, and didn't take kindly to players neglecting his need for speed. Leave the controller alone for a moment, and Sonic starts to frown at the player and tap his foot impatiently. A neat little touch that gives the hero real character and advances the ideal of Sonic as being akin to a playable cartoon. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he's just like he's just waiting impatiently, tapping his foot. Like, come on, you gonna play or what? I remember that. I think in one of the commercials they had something like that with him doing that. I don't know, something like that. One of those commercials back then in the 90s. But yeah. Team Tribute, Sonic Mania. Okay, so I'll skip that one if you guys want to read it. I don't want to see anything about Sonic Mania because I want to play it. Gonna see it for myself. What's this one? Trapped Under Ice. Sega Sonic the Hedgehog? Arcade? Oh, it's for the arcade in 93. If Sonic feels if Sonic's feeling a bit hot after racing through volcanic vaults, this cute moment in icy art is sure to cool him off quickly. Our hero starts the stage sliding down an icy slope with a river running beneath it, only to fall through a gap into the river. The poor little guy is squashed up against the ice, dragged along by the current until another gap finally frees him. That's cool. Look at him under there. It was only on arcade. I wonder if there's any way you can just play these games. I wanna play them. If since it was only on like arcade. Man, yeah, let's move on. Last part. What's this? Oh, Legs 11 Sonic Heroes. Oh yeah, I remember that one. I had it on the GameCube. I think it was on the GameCube as well. Sonic Heroes, a good casino level is always a welcome sight in a Sonic game, and Bingo Highway is one of the very best. Where Casino Park was a gentle introduction, this stage keeps the platform elements and the gigantic 3D pinball tables and ramps up the action. The best bit is rolling down the bingo courses, trying to complete lines for rings as the frantic electronic backing track drives you forward. So yeah, so that's cool. And that's from Sonic Heroes. And yeah, I had that game. I had that game on the GameCube. I do want to get it back. I should get it back and everything, and so I could play it and beat it. And Sonic Colors for the Wii Space Race. I actually don't remember that one. We should be aware of visiting any theme park run by Robotnik, but with attractions as spectacular as Starlight Carnival, it's easy to see the appeal. Okay. Yeah, I actually don't remember that. But yeah, the game was really nice and colorful. Really nice. I like how the game looks and everything. The levels were really cool and everything. I like well designed. The colors, everything was good. And Sonic colors. So yeah. So I definitely got to play the PS4. I mean, play it. I mean, continue it and beat it. For the PS4 since I had it on 3DS and I believe I beat it. I'm just not 100%. Get a Life. Get a Life. Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast 98. I remember this. Although it had dabbled with the concept before in Nights into Dreams, before in Nights into Dreams, Sonic's Team, a life system, was massively expanded with the creation of the Chaos Garden. I mean, the Child Garden. I remember that, the Child Garden. The Chow. Caring for the cute little critters wasn't just a perfect way to unwind between action stages. Thanks to the gaming capabilities of the Dreamcast VMU memory card, you could even take them out with you and continue making progress while away from your console. Yeah, so that's cool. Look at that with the VMU. That's what I loved about the GameCube, man. I really love the VMU because it's like this, this is so cool at the time, like playing little mini games on it. Reminds you of those little Tamagotchi, toys or whatever, like the pets you get and with little screens and stuff like that. That's what it reminded me of. But yeah, but I do remember the Child Garden. I think it was more like they put more into that feature in part two, Sonic Adventure 2. They put more emphasis on it and everything, like focus more with like more features and stuff with that. And I forgot I think you get like eggs and stuff like that you can make hatch or whatever. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember it, but I do remember something like that. And I used to have a lot of fun doing that. But yeah. And yeah, and that's about it. All right, guys. So there you have it. So that's it with this book. My God, at the ending, like midway through it, I was trying to like quickly get through it because it started to get hot again. and it's getting uncomfortable. Don't know what's wrong with this freaking house, but it's just annoying because it's really nice and cool outside, but it's like so humid in this house, like I'm in the oven. It's crazy. But finally was able to get through this book and everything. So yeah, I really liked, you know, the greatest moments and everything, all the greatest moments and stuff they were showcasing and stuff like that. And for me, I would say uh part two, I would say, is like the best. I would say actually out of the first ones in the Genesis, you know, I'd say part two is my more, I don't know, maybe because that's the only one I really remember playing and beating. So I guess that's why, also because that's Supersonic. But I don't know, maybe three was better, maybe Sonic and Knuckles is better, you know. But two was my favorite just because of that alone. But I'm pretty sure when I played the other ones over and beat them, one, three, and Sonic and Knuckles, my mind might change. But I liked a lot of the moments they talked about. I liked when I liked like a lot of the ones for the Dreamcast, you know, Sonic Adventure, even though it's on the GameCube as well. But I have it on Dreamcast, and that's what I first had it on, anyways. So that's why I just mentioned that. But the ones on the Dreamcast was just really good. And I remember the one with the killer whale, you know, chasing after you, breaking up the bridge and everything when you're running, and it's just so good. I have to play that one. I have to play that one over and definitely beat it and everything because it was a really fun game. And when I had it back then, I don't remember if I ever beat the game back then, but can do it now. I got all these games now, guys. I have all these games now, so I can finally, you know, play them and enjoy them, you know, for what they are, you know, and just appreciate, you know, the retro gaming for back then, you know, because these are games I grew up with, you know, and for a lot of you guys, probably like, you know, younger and stuff, younger generation or whatever, you know, you guys grew up with when it was right like PS3 or PS4 and everything, you know, just now, you know, teenagers now and everything now, and that's the systems you guys know. You know, definitely check out these stuff. You know, if you're not one of those people who's just all about graphics and fastest process and all that shit, then you will definitely appreciate retro games. You'll even like them more than the modern games because they're just so much better, so much well done, so much more like passion, you know, dedication and love was put into these games for these devs. Now these same devs don't give a shit anymore, and they're just money hungry. They'll just push out whatever product they can, even if it's garbage or whatever, half of a game, pack with DLC, microtransactions, just to, you know, get your money. Back then it wasn't like that. You get a complete game for a full price with many packed features in it without having to pay for shit, you know, because everything was just all in the game, and that's it. And you had to deal with less bugs because now a lot of these games always have bugs now, always like crashing and stuff like that. It's crazy, you know. So these were the times, you know, the times of like playing, you know, retro. Like these are times of gaming, I should say, you know, these retro games, and I had, like, you know, I had a lot of fun with it and everything, you know, and that's why I like playing, you know. Like even now, like with the PS4, I have like I'm always having issues with the PS4. It's been pissing me off lately with the stick drift and the controller. My mic stopped working, so I can't really talk in the chat anymore. I'm still waiting for my mic that's supposed to come from Amazon and all that shit. You know, all these things is breaking down on me for no reason when I take good care of it. And I had to deal with that stuff with the old systems back then. Never had those issues with stick drift or whatever like that. They always work fine, and no matter what, you know, and it never was an issue, you know, and it's crazy now. Like I don't know, these new technology is terrible. A lot of people they like it. They probably all feel like the latest greatest thing, but to me, it's not the latest greatest thing. You know, it's the latest shitty thing. You know, and that's, you know, more garbage, more lower quality stuff, and you know, and it's just not for me. But these are the times, you know, guys, with just games, you know, like with good games, good retro games and stuff like that is, you know, just a lot of fun, you know, and we're not gonna get that anymore. Like the most we probably get that from is like if certain indie game devs out there that, you know, like grew up during these times like me, that wants to, like, you know, make these games like similar to those old games that they grew up with, you know, and stuff like that. That like kind of like a love letter to these games. That's, you know, that's the world probably what we'll get, because a lot of these ports now, remasters of these games, you know, from like Square Enix or whatever, they're always bad. You know, they always do something that messes it up, or they start putting DLC into it, and it's like, come on, you know. So yeah, so these are the times, guys, and everything, and all that good stuff. But I don't want to like stray away and still talk about something else at the end of the video. That is the video. So I'll say that for another time and all that good stuff. But yeah, so now there you have it, guys. You have in my two parts review. It's complete. Yeah, for Retro Gamer, for both Retro Gamer magazines. Well, the mini, I'll just call it sort of a booklet, and then the magazine and everything. So yeah, so like I said before, this is, you guys, like I said before, I'm not trying to sit here to like sponsor or whatever, but this is a magazine you guys should definitely look into. For a lot of you, you know, retro gamers out there, you should definitely check it out. They have plenty of issues on the website you can look at, plenty of old ones. I think this issue is 230. Which one is this one? 234. This is issue 234. So there's a lot of issues. And I think right now they're on 236, I want to say. Is a recent issue? I think so. So yeah, there's so many. I was checking through a lot of the older issues, like, you know, issue 90, 80. They have some really good ones, but like, I'm not gonna bother wasting money trying to get all those old issues. I'll just subscribe and get all the recent ones, because I recently subscribed. I know I mentioned that already in the first part of my review and everything. So I'm looking forward to getting that one, because I know the newest issue they have now, it has Street Fighter on the cover, Ryu on the cover. We'll be talking about Street Fighter and stuff like that. I actually was interested in that one, so I'm hoping that's the issue I would get with the first subscription I get, you know, and everything like that. But like I said, you guys should definitely check it out. Retro Game Magazine and everything. Like, it's just so good, well put. I recently got my Game Inform magazine, by the way, and oh my god, just comparing this that book. Oh my god, this is so bad. You know what? Let's just add that in there real quick. Add a little that special bonus. Just look at the Game Inform magazine. Not really look at. Well, it's more like just breeze through it. Breeze through it. Cause I'm not really gonna read any shit in there. I'm just gonna show you guys like the difference, the comparison. You know, with the two magazines and everything like that. So I'm gonna go get that magazine right now. All right, so look at this magazine. It's like this thin, this flimsy and everything. Barely any pages in it compared to this magazine. Even the size of it. Look at this. Look at the size. Look at that. Oh my god, look at that. That's like Game Inform magazine looks like it's about like 10, maybe like 10% taller than this one or something like that. And definitely more like thicker, like heavier and everything. Like this one you can tell this is like better quality and everything. So I can see why the price is the price it is for that, you know, because it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. But this, look at this. This is so bad. I don't like that it doesn't come in a plastic like this one and just have your like address and everything on the plastic itself. This one, it has your address and everything on the back of the book, which I don't like. That just, it messes up the book, because like I don't want my address and everything on the back of the book, especially like when you want to like sell these back. How am I gonna sell it like this? I'll have to marker it out or something like that. Like just, this is so bad. But yeah, they're talking about this game. I don't even know. I never heard this game. Like I said before, I don't really look up a lot of the modern games nowadays. It's just, I'm not interested. You know, a lot of them I don't care for, nothing like that. Look at this. Why would you be advertising this? Like, why would this be in a Game Inform? Why would this be in a gaming magazine? Why? Why are they advertising Tyson's Nuggets, chicken nuggets? Like, come on. Like, no antibiotics ever. Like, who cares? Like, who cares? And I'm not gonna switch to the other. I'm not gonna put this on the desk and switch camera, because switch the other view, because we just gotta quickly just go through it. Look, this is talking about a bunch of nonsense in this. Like, no one cares about this. All these phones and all this crap. Like, in this game, I'm not really interested. I'm guessing it's supposed to be like a black Pirate of the Caribbean or something. I don't know, Pirates of the Caribbean with a black guy's the protagonist. I don't know, but I'm not interested in it. What system is this coming out for? I think it's PS5 and Series X. Oh, and the Stadia, surprisingly. I thought they wouldn't make games for that anymore. But actually no, I thought everything was all digital or streaming for that. But whatever. Yeah, so that's what they talk about, that game and everything. I don't know if you guys want to check it out, for you guys that into this stuff, more modern games, but not me. Yeah. And that's it. So let's flip through, but let's just flip through all this. Yeah, that's all he's talking about. Like, there's nothing of interest in this book. It's like, I don't know. And they got all these games. Never even heard of this game either. What is? Oh, the Saints Row. Oh my God! Speaking of that, real quick. Speaking of that, on Twitter, they even talked about it. They was talking about how the reviews is so bad. Like, the game was terrible. I like, oh my God! They said it was like so many bugs in that game and everything. Like, yep. That's why I don't really care for modern games right now. That's why I don't really care. So, but the Saints Row and everything. But yeah, so I mean, it looks cool and everything. But like everyone said on Twitter, the best ones was the first three, and I agree with that one. My favorite is Saints Row the Third. I love that one. Saints Row the Third. I had the remastered version of PS4, and I beat it. So good playing that game over again when I first had it back then, and everything. Oh my God, it was so good. And then this one is so the new Mario, I think the new Mario Rabbids game or whatever is coming out, part 2. Let's see it. Yeah, I don't care about that. Whatever. I mean, the roads look nice. I like how it looks, the art style and everything. Yeah, that's about it. And yeah, that's it. Cause this video is long enough. I don't really want to talk too much on this. They're showing some games here. The Street Fighter 6. I like looking at this part because it shows a lot of upcoming games coming out and everything. And this one looks really interesting, called Sacrifice. But sadly, it's only on the PC. Like, come on. Just look at that. It looks like a nice retro RPG right there. Like, why is it only on PC? And yeah, so that's it. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys look how simple the book is. Like, you don't really see that artwork and everything like you see a Retro Gamer magazine. It just looks like they don't even care. Like, it's like it's just whatever to them, you know? It's just so whack. But yeah, that's about it. So I'm not even gonna go through. Because I don't want to. This video is very long enough, so I'm not gonna really go through much of this. I just wanted to show you guys the comparison and everything like that. And there's one more thing. Let me see. Where was it? It's about Final Fantasy in here, which I don't care for the new one that's coming out. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Look at that. Look at that. So you just have a whole bunch of just you're making this thing an episodic game now with just $60, you know, doing over the game, which is so stupid. So it's only coming out for the PS5 and winter 2023. Well, let's see about that because you guys already know how Square Enix is and shit. But yeah, I mean, I don't even care. So that let's see. But I mean, I will see. But you guys see whoever's getting that game. But yeah, and what else? Last of Us Part 1. Are they remastering this or something for the PS5? They have a multiplayer coming out of Last of Us for the PS. Oh, it's on the PS4 as well, but I'm not interested in that. I never even played the game, so I don't really know much about it. Resident Evil 4 Remake, they talk about it here. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which I don't care for. Sonic Frontiers, I'm actually kind of interested in. It's coming out the holidays, and it's also going to be in the PS4, which is great. You guys that. And what else they have in here? Sonic Origins. That's the game I think I had mentioned in the first episode that I told you guys I wanted to get and everything. But I'm waiting for the physical release because I'm tired of these games not getting physical releases. Why do you like remastering or porting a lot of these retro games that was physical, you know, and just having them digital only? Where are the physical releases? So I'm waiting for the physical release of this game so I can get it. If there's no physical release, I'm not getting it. You know, that's how it's gonna be now. If you're gonna keep these people could be so lazy to keep pushing out these games, these old games that you know that we grew up on, you know, grew up with and whatever, and only have digital, then I'm not gonna get it. There's a lot of games like even Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is still only digital on the freaking PS4. You can only get in the PS Store. I mean PS Store, yeah, on the PlayStation Store. But I think it's a physical version on the Switch. Like, come on, that doesn't make any sense. Like, come on, I don't like that at all. And that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. I forgot which game they reviewed and gave it a good score. It was some game I've never even heard of, but I don't even know what the hell is that because the whole book is different now. Like, it's not how the books used to look. Look how it is. It's so simple now and everything. And one little small little paragraph and that's it. It's just like the booklet that we was looking at. The paragraphs, even though the paragraphs are small in this book, at least there was more, you know, interested in anything and worthwhile, you know. But look at this. This is so boring. This is some boring text. Boring text to look at. You don't even want to read. I don't even want to read this book. I just looked through it. Like in the retro game, I read mostly like half of the things in that. This Game Informer, I don't even care to read anything. I just flick through the pages and look at the screenshots, and that's it. Oh, here's the reviews. So this is the game I got the review on 9.5 for the Switch and on PC. I've never heard this game before. I'm not interested in it either. I mean, I can't play it anyways because I don't have the Switch. I don't do PC games, but I don't know what the hell. It's called Neon White. Never heard of it. Doesn't look good. And in Sonic Origins, they gave it 8.5. Alright, which was good. And it's funny because they actually talk about in the back, they talk about E3. Wow, so that's wow. Well, that's funny because the book, Retro Game Magazine, they was talking about E3 and how this one. But look at this one compared to Retro Game. Look at that. So this is what they talk about. Look how everything is set up and like it's just so boring looking. The text and everything is just so whack. Like Retro Gamer did so good when they like broke everything down with each year what they spoke about at E3 and the key reveals and stuff like that. Do you see that here? Nope. Just see text with a few screenshots and that's it. It's just so boring to look at. Yeah, like this is just so whack. And I think that's it. And I think there's another screenshot from that game, whatever it's called, Skull and Bones, but not interested in. Not interested at all. And yeah, that's it. So you got it. So look at that. This flimsy. This it's terrible. Once that subscription is up, that's it. I'm not renewing my subscription. I'm staying with these guys because this is a way better book. I don't mind the wait. If I have to wait just like almost a month to get the next magazine, that's fine with me because at least I'm getting good quality and I'm getting a book that I'm really hyped to get, like really looking forward to, happy to look through it, read it, and just enjoy it for what it is. Game Informer is like, I get it, and it's like, I don't really care. Like I look at it when I feel like it. Retro Gamer is like I'm a little kid, like a candy store, or something that's hyped. Like, oh my god, it's funny here, quickly look through it and stuff like that. That's how I feel Retro Gamer. Game Informer? No. So once that's up, that's it. But anyway, that talked long enough. I just wanted to have that little bonus in since it popped in my head and everything. So oh yeah, I forgot all about that. So like let me like talk about the two, what's the differences and stuff like that and whatever like that. And Game Informer doesn't have any positive like aspects over Retro Gamer. The only thing is I talked about modern games. So if you guys that want to just read about modern games, any modern games coming out, then that's for you. But for me, I don't really care for that stuff. There's only a small select modern game, like few of modern games I really care for, and that's mainly RPGs, maybe a few horror games here and there, but it's not really nothing much I really care to like that's coming out right now. There is one, by the way, and that I really, really want to get. I'm looking forward to. I'm so happy they're gonna remaster it. So one good thing with Square Enix. I don't know if I mentioned this. Did I mention this already? No, I don't think I did. And that's with Tactics Ogre. Let us cling together. So they're actually remastering and calling it Tactics Ogre Reborn. I think it's called that one. So I'm definitely looking forward to that game. Oh my god, I'm hyped. I just don't like the price. $50? Why? It should be cheaper than that. So a lot of people's not happy with the price. I agree with them. I'm not happy with the price. It should be like $40, I would say. Yeah, 45. It's probably $40 and everything. But anyways, so I'll talk more probably about that and some other things in the next episode and all that good stuff. So if you guys enjoyed this video and like, subscribe, comment, like great stuff, I definitely appreciate it. I like that a lot of you guys, I've been getting a lot of new subscribers lately and comments and stuff like that. Still a lot of comments on that WWE video. So, oh my god. That and Tales of Arise. I wasn't expecting those games to get, become so big, so popular or whatever. So thank you guys for that and everything and, finding my channel and enjoying my content and subscribing. So I appreciate that a lot. So thank you guys. And yeah, so that's about it. So see you guys next time for the next one. Take care.